After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, Etienne. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run with Etienne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there. Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Nice play by Jerry Hughes to drop him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Christian Harris in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play action now. Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. To about the 33-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. On play action, Mills sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
On first and 10, it's Etienne, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down throw for Mills. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Mills swings this one out wide for Pierce. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Mills. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. On the return, here's Agnew. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 41, Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll run for it with Pierce. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Mills. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Texans scoop it. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And they'll accept that penalty. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Mills on 1st down. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Mills. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake, Mills. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Agnew now to return. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. Oh, some strong running. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chad Muma in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
They go play action. Mills. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Finding space at the 40. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Now Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Texans scoop it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On play action, Lawrence under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Look at me. Go.
Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. And they'll begin by running the option. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Mills now. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brevin Jordan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They begin the drive with Robinson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Hey, stand up! Hey, box up! Hey, wahoo! Hey.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here we go! Rock it!
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to...